Okay. So I know you mentioned that what inspired you to reach out it was because you are trying to implement more of sound healing in your sessions. You're transitioning from, if I understood correctly, you're transitioning from traveling to a home-based practice.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So this conversation is going to be very simple. I am going to ask you a couple of questions just to make sure that I can actually help and to see where you are right now to where you want to be and what it will take to close that gap. And by the end of the call, if you might feel that this is possible, what is going to be helpful for you, we
Okay.
can talk about possible next steps.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. So just talk to me. What what are you struggling most right now? Where are you in your business? What's happening? How many clients you have? Just talk to me. Tell me a little bit more about what you're doing right now.
So right now, I guess I'm like I've been stuck at the beginner phase for a very long
Okay.
time. I never really wanted to work for another company when I got my aesthetics license. I wanted to really pursue it as a solo,
Yeah.
but it's been a struggle getting it out of the beginner phase.
Okay.
Like I'll get a few rotating, returning clients, but then after a while, they kind of trickle off, and then I'm back to like maybe one or two every couple weeks, give or take.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I had a suite, but I ended up letting it go because, like I said, my clientele kind of trickled off, and I was actually in a pretty good area. At least I thought I was. I was located at one of the salon suites
Yeah.
in the strip malls, so I had a whole suite there and everything. I stayed there for almost a year, and
Mm-hmm.
then like at the end of my first year, like I said, clients just slowly trickled off, and I could no longer afford the space, so I had to let the suite go.
Okay.
So
Okay.
now I'm working out of my home, but my thing is I have an apartment right now, so I'm getting
Mm-hmm.
ready to move into a house.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, like this is the chance to try to start over. So like I'm trying to start over now, and like I'll have a designated space specifically for working.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I got tired of rearranging my living room, like I was working out of my living room, then I had
Yeah.
to do that around my son's schedule. So it was just like a lot of things just wasn't adding up, and it wasn't functionable for me.
Okay. So when it comes to you're saying you are in the beginner phase, what I understood from what you're saying is that you didn't have consistent income to be able to actually scale and grow because your clientele wasn't consistent.
Exactly.
Okay. And when you say you're being stuck there for a while, how long is a while?
Probably since we'll see what this is for the last 3 years.
Okay. And you've been a esthetician and you do both, right? Massage and esthetician.
Yep, I am a new massage therapist, but I've been doing
Okay.
aesthetics since 21.
Okay, since 2021. Okay, yeah, so that will make sense. And when you adventure yourself into wanting to start your own practice, do you have a plan in place?
I have an idea of what I want, but not necessarily a plan, because I
Okay.
don't know what I need for that plan. Like I said, I have all the ideas as far as what I expect and what I want and where I see the business going. But as
Mm-hmm.
far as planning the steps to get there, that has probably been like the most challenging because I am one of them people who see the full big picture and try
Yeah.
to jump and dive into that full big picture without taking the small baby steps to get there.
Yes. Okay. Totally understandable. That's actually one most of my clients struggle with, so that's totally understandable. When you started your own practice, what were you doing? Like, what was your process of getting clients or trying to retain them?
Um,
What had
I
you
was
had in place?
I was on Style Seat for a while, and I actually got a couple clients from Style Seat. Um, I did Groupon, but with Groupon, I just was not making any money. Like I'm like
Mm,
it was just like I'm like
mm,
knocking my
mm,
prices down to like half the price to get people, and
mm,
it was killing me. I'm like I did that for a little while. I immediately kicked that to the curb. I'm like I
mm.
can't do that.
I
No.
I hate Groupon.
Like, and it's crazy because people was recommending like try Groupon, at least get the people in the door. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, when they come, they're gonna buy the package, but they're not gonna come back because
Mm-hmm.
I'm not about to
Mm-hmm.
keep letting you go on Groupon and buy these same packages. I'm just not gonna let you do that. It's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, no, totally understandable. Okay.
So I try to do social media. I am horrible at posting content.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
get halfway through the service and be like, "Ooh, I should have took a before picture." So now I have an after picture, but no before picture.
Mm-hmm.
Or like I'll think like I'm gonna record, but then I forget to record, and I just so
Mm-hmm.
I creating the content and editing it is that has been a struggle, and posting
Yeah.
regularly on social media that's also a struggle. So if
Mm-hmm.
I could find a way to promote my business without actually having to go on social media to do it on a daily,
Mm-hmm.
then
Mm-hmm.
that would be
There
great.
is definitely a way. Yes, there's definitely a way. So besides that, were you doing something else? You did try Groupon, you try another booking platform, and you try a little bit of social media.
Yes.
Okay. Besides that, do you try anything else?
I create flyers. I like the flyers that I make that I post on social media. I also send it to, like my friends and family, and they post it as well on their page. But as far as that, if I'm out talking to someone, like if I'm in line and I just hear somebody say something about, oh, I need a massage, I'll turn around and give them my card. If I hear them say that,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I need a facial, or I went to European Wax and had a bad experience, or just anything. As far
Mm-hmm.
as with what I do, I turn around, like I try to start a conversation with them, give them my business card. I've also
Yeah.
done a couple pop-up shops, like vendor events. And I'll
Mm-hmm.
actually, since I got my massage therapy license, I will go to the vendor events and do massages there for like 15-minute massages at the vendor events.
Okay.
But
Do
that's
you really
all.
do you really want to go to events?
No, I don't. I don't. I mean, like, but it's just like,
Okay.
like I know you gotta, if you want it, you gotta go out there and grind and get it. But it's just like the no, I'm tired of it because it doesn't
There
always
is
work.
other ways. There is other ways. So, once you acquire the client, what was your process like? What type of clients first? What type of clients you did acquire? Like, what do they
Usually
came
my
to you for?
my regular clients are usually coming for Brazilian waxes.
Mm,
That's usually what I Brazilian waxes for sure. And then I would say massages and facials kind of run neck and neck a little bit.
mm-hmm,
But definitely I could get a client for Brazilian real quick because everybody is some, I don't know, because European wax, like, even though we have European wax in the area, other companies that do waxing, they're like so far out, so you have to. So I'm more local, so that
mm-hmm.
kind of works in my favor a little bit as well.
When you were advertising, what were you advertising for?
Um, I would advertise my special. So like normally a Brazilian wax is $65. But
Mm,
if I when I run a special, I'll run it for like 15. I'll just say special on Brazilian $50 or $55
mm-hmm.
depending on how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Um, so I will promote it that way. And
Mm-hmm.
then when they call and book, I'll try to get them to add on like a jelly mask or a vajacial,
Mm-hmm.
um, or maybe an underarm wax or something. Try to kind of package it a little bit to kind of to get them to upsell a little bit. But sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you have like sales process in place to upsell?
What do you mean?
Like a way that you have systemized on how to speak to clients to help them see the value of actually getting the upsell?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I hate razors. People like, well, I shave. Like, no, don't shave. You get the anger. I try to
I'm sorry, you
educate
say you
people on the
hate,
service.
I couldn't hear what you say. You hate what?
I hate razors
You
and their
hate
products,
razors.
and
Okay.
the hair removal products. Some people
Hmm.
say that I shave or I just use Nair in those areas. And I tell them like, no, I try to educate them on why they should not
Mm-hmm.
use those items and why it would
Mm-hmm.
be a great add-on, especially like with the
Mm-hmm.
Brazilian. You can just come and get the Brazilian, get the wax, and you figure you're not using Nair or a razor for the next at least 3-4 weeks at least.
Yeah, educating can work a little,
Right.
but there's definitely other processes. So when you are marketing to these people and they come in and you advertise for that and then you want them to come back, you only gave them some information. After that, do you had a follow-up with them or anything that was another type of communication?
Yeah, like with my new clients for sure. If you're new coming to me, I'm always gonna check on you like a couple days after your service
Okay.
just to make sure everything is okay, especially with facials because I know
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, your skin can purge and I don't want you to panic like, it's normal, it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Or with waxes, make sure no one had any reactions to the wax or anything. So I do follow up to make sure that everything was okay and make sure that they did enjoy their service. I ask
Mm-hmm.
them to leave a review sometimes. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But yeah.
So from, let's say, the amount of time that you spend marketing, how many hours will you say you spend marketing in comparison to the amount of hours that you actually did provide a service?
As far as marketing, uh probably not even like an hour. I might
Mm,
like maybe like an hour and a half total throughout the day.
mm-hmm.
Um because usually I spend most of my time trying to make the flyer, and then once I make the flyer, I'll go back a couple times throughout the day and just keep
Mm,
reposting it. But
mm-hmm.
and I'll try to follow it up with some of the work that I do. But my biggest thing with social media now, anything I post regarding a Brazilian, because like I said, that's the biggest service. That's my most popular service is a Brazilian wax.
Yeah.
But Facebook flags it every time, never fails. So I don't, and then it gets taken down. So it's just like, what do I do?
Mm-hmm.
Because like that's the only thing I really have consistent work to show behind.
Yeah. How many clients a week were you having to like the first time visitors? How many first time visitors were you having?
Um, in the beginning when I first started, I would probably have like maybe about 3 to 5 on a regular a week.
Hmm.
And then maybe on a high volume weekend or something, I would probably get up to like 12 clients a week.
Okay. Okay. And from those 12 clients, how many you rebooked?
Um, say it again.
From those 12 clients, how many were you able to rebook?
Probably about four.
Okay. Yeah. And were you able to rebook them to like a package or just a next session?
Just their next session. Usually, I can get them to rebook at that appointment.
Yeah.
I try to get them to rebook at that current at the end of that appointment that they're in right then.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like if you ask them right then and there, they'll more than likely will rebook.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes they don't. Sometimes they call later. Um, I do notice that when I do promotions, because I try to keep in contact, even with clients that I haven't seen in a while. If I have your contact information, I still have it, unless you ask me to stop messaging you. I'll send them any specials I have going on. I'll still send them the specials to like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, I'm still in business. This is a special. You're more than welcome to come through.
Yeah.
But yeah, but it seems like I'm kind of like begging people to come, and I'm tired of that. I don't like that feeling.
Yeah, no, of course
Yeah.
not. So I mean, how has that been affecting you, not being able to retain your clients?
Well, I have a regular job. I'm a dealer
Mhm.
at a casino in Detroit.
Mm,
I mean, that is my primary source of income.
got
I
it.
had that job when I had the suite as well, but when I let the suite go when I still kept that job. But that job was actually helping me keep the suite. I was tapping into my regular income at that point to keep
Mhm.
the suite open. I'm like, okay, no, I'm not now. I'm losing money, so no, we're not going to do this anymore.
So how much were you making with the business that you have, how much were you making a month and how much were you making in your regular job?
Um, in a month, probably uh just uh probably give or take just about around 1,000 a month with the spa. Like
Mm,
anywhere between well not well, yeah with my aesthetics and massage business anywhere between 1,000 and maybe 1,300 a month. And then
mm-hmm,
with my regular job, I gross about 4,000 a month.
mm-hmm. Okay. Um, I mean, I'm just curious, like, what is causing you to want to do the aesthetic thing instead of concentrating on the other job?
Well, I work. I don't know if you've ever worked at a casino, but the casino is very stressful. So
Mm-hmm.
I would eventually like to leave my leave. I don't want to say leave it, but maybe go part time. And
Okay.
I work night hours. Like I work 8 p.m. to 4
Mm.
a.m.
Yes.
So it's stressful because like I'm like right now I'm as you can see I'm in my pajamas. I did everything I could to get up this morning after getting off at 4 o'clock
Mm-hmm.
in the morning, and then I'm still a mom, so I still have
Oh,
to be a
wow.
mom. I have to
Oh,
get up.
what's the name? What's your child's name?
His name is Savion.
Fabian. Is it a boy?
Yes,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
he'll be 10 this year. And
Mm-hmm.
he's getting older and I would like to spend more time with him, be able to do more things with him. But I'm tired of being exhausted in the morning.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like I'm
Mhm.
spending my days sleeping. Like I can't get out of bed until 11, 12 o'clock. But by the time I get out of bed and start my day, I have to be back getting ready for work in like
Mhm.
5, 6 hours because I have to be at
Yeah.
work at 8 o'clock. So that like like that really limits my time to spend with him. And then on like my off days, it's extremely hard because it's a union base, so it's extremely hard to get an off day on the weekend. Like
Mm-hmm.
my off days are during the weekdays, but with my off days being during the weekdays, he's in school during the week.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's a big conflict. Okay, like do I take him out? Do I go pick him up early today? Or like what do we do? Because I still like even though he gets out of school at 3:30, he still has to be back home and in bed by 9 o'clock because that's our bedtime. Our bedtime is at 9 o'clock. Like so that still only gives me like 3, 4, maybe 5 hours to spend with him before it's time for him to go to bed after he gets out of school on my off day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's just not, but that's like the best schedule option I have that
Yeah.
works with our lifestyle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, that
it's
that definitely can be a problem. Um,
exactly.
are you married or are you
No,
by yourself?
single.
Okay. Single but your baby. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean I can understand why this can be important for you. Um, let's imagine we could actually get you to a consistent income through the aesthetics.
Okay.
How will that change life for you?
Oh, that would be a big change because for one, I could create my own schedule. Like I could, I would, for one, it'll allow me to have more money. Number one, because I know how lucrative the business can be.
Mm-hmm.
So it would create more financial stability for me. Also, it'll give me the opportunity to free up my schedule when it's convenient for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I can make it to where it fits both my schedule and my son's schedule,
Yeah.
to where I can still be there for him. I don't have to rely on other people to look after him because he's not, even though I'm a full-time parent, he's not home with me all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have to rely on other people to either help get him to and from school, keep him while I'm at work at night because I'm not here and he's not old enough to stay home by himself. So I have to get somebody to stay here with him.
Mm-hmm.
And just and I'm not like I said, because I'm so tired, I don't have the energy to work. Mm, mm, second. Did that connect? I want to make sure he wasn't in my earpiece. I couldn't hear you at first. But just not being able to spend time with him throughout the day and just like I said, he's getting older. He wants to hang out, but mom be tired. I'm like, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
babe. Mama's just tired. I can't do it.
Yeah.
So
So it will give you more time with your child. It will help to fill up your schedule in the way that is convenient for you. It will,
exactly,
depend on other people to be able to take care of your child and make more money.
exactly.
Okay. And why do you decided to make a change or do something different now instead of just keep doing what you have been doing for the last three
because
years?
what I'm doing is not working.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not the one to give up on something that I am passionate about. I like to see things through. And the way I look at it, I've invested so much time and money into the training, and I actually love I love my business. I love doing what I do. I love talking about it. I
Mm-hmm.
love, just doing it. It's so relaxing. For me, I don't know why it's relaxing to do a Brazilian wax, but for me, doing waxes are so relaxing. And then,
Mm-hmm.
just to see, even with facials and massages, just to hear how people enjoy your service speaks
Mm-hmm.
volume. So
Mm-hmm.
with that being said, it makes you want, like, okay, like I'm still doing something right. It's just, what am I doing wrong to get them to come back? Or what am I doing wrong that's not allowing me to bring more people in? And then you look at other people businesses who do the same thing that you do. Maybe not. I mean, honestly, I do a lot more than some people that are specifically with just aesthetics, because I have
Mm-hmm.
massages and I like to go, and I do a little bit more like with the vajacials, and I'm venturing off into the yoni steams. Like, I'm trying to create more of a spa like business versus just a
Mm-hmm.
beauty business. I want it to be more spa, health, and wellness. So, like, what am I doing wrong that's not bringing them in? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, where am I failing at? And I don't like to fail.
Okay. Okay. So what will happen if nothing changes? If you just stay the same, what will happen then?
It would probably just be a hobby versus a business. Like,
Mm.
like because I do my own waxes, I do my own skincare. I have a couple friends that come around that, that they come to me for their wax, and just because we're friends, like, but other than that, like I said, so then right now it's just a hobby. It's not something I do consistently. It's just something like, hey, if you call me, if I have it, I got it. You can come get it. But that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. And of course, you don't want to settle for that.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay. So
Like, I just feel like I
you,
work too hard to settle on it for it to just be a hobby.
yeah. So
Like,
you
I've
feel,
invested too much time. I've taken extra classes to perfect my skills and my craft. I've invested so much money into different products,
mm,
and just equipment, and the equipment. Oh my goodness, I've invested so much. It's just like,
mhm.
I have too much for it to just be a hobby. It needs to be
Okay.
more. It's
Okay.
time for me to get my return on my investment.
Okay. Okay. So we're ready.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So let me share with you the different ways that we can start working together. I like to start with clients on little ways of working together first because I really like to work with people who are really serious about their business. You sound like you are very serious about your business
Yes.
and wanting to really make this work. So let's come this. Okay. So I just sent you little image on the Zoom chat if you can like look it up.
Okay.
Okay. So based on what you have told me, what I do will work for you because you know how you say that you have a hard time retaining clients. So actually knowing what will be the next step to be able to grow your business and have a return of investment on all the money that you have already spent.
Right.
What we would do, um, what we would do, it is we will create a marketing and sales strategy on like the step of what you will have to do to be able to create that consistent income. And I know you also mentioned that you have been stuck in this mode for a while, that is being beginner mode for around 3 years.
Yes.
So we will do subconscious work around money blocks and targeting higher ticket prices and higher ticket clients. It's
Okay.
a different type of mindset and vibe that we need to operate from if we want to attract the people who can afford prices that you want to be charging for, and also being able to charge that. So we will address anything that's coming up that I am seeing in your consciousness that's a limiting belief.
Right.
and then and then we will also work with your human design. You mentioned that you have been overwhelmed and stressed and burned out with the way that you have been doing life. So we will look into what's your I mean, I believe in this. I'm sure if you're here, you believe in this as well. That what's actually the thing that you came here to do as a purpose based on your astrology and based on like the energetics of your astrology chart.
Right.
And that will helps us align the way that your energetic makeup, unique energetic makeup, is way to work so you can have more ease as you're building your business.
Okay.
And this first part, uh, this first part is just one session and then
Hmm.
1 week of follow-up. So we have a session together where we'll go over every little detail of how we're going to build this. I'll do your astrology chart and we'll do a sound healing session as well. You are located in Georgia, right?
Michigan.
Oh, Michigan. Okay, we can do it online. That's not a problem. And after we do that, I will have everything written down for you. We will get back together to go over your plan, and
Okay.
you will have a week of follow-up. It's very
Okay.
simple, our first session. If you desire to work with me after that, great. But if not, at least you have like a really solid foundation of what to focus on to start building.
Okay.
From what I have gone over, what do you feel it will help you the most from this way of working?
Um, like I said, I don't know if you're familiar with the Irene's Myomasology Institute, but that's where I got my massage therapy license from. And it's a whole she had the original creator of the Irene herself, she passed away a few years ago, but her daughter still runs the school and keeps it as closest to what her mom original vision was for that school. And I've learned different things. Like I've taken a sound and healing class. I've taken with sound and vibrations. I've got into the chakras and the crystals and the stones, and I know how helpful they can be. But
Mm-hmm.
you just got a quick little 4 maybe 8 hour class, and then that's it. It's not taught consistently throughout the program. It's like an elective, just a one-time class. So it's like I
Okay.
have the idea of what to do or what it is, but how to incorporate it completely through. And then I hear a lot of people asking about these things now. So learning how to actually incorporate it and kind of blend it in with the services that I'm offering already is
Mm-hmm.
where I'm really struggling at with that.
Okay. Okay. We can definitely, go over that once we have our strategy session.
Hmm.
From the things that I have shared of how I can help you, from those things, what do you feel is going to be like the most impactful for you?
Um, I feel like learning how to I feel like if you with the proper guidance, I won't be so overwhelmed with trying to make it work. Because like I said, I have all of these ideas as far as what I envision it to be, but
Mm-hmm.
learning how to take the steps to get there is where I'm struggling. So I feel like if you can help me kind of break this big picture down into smaller steps and different stages and help create like a I guess a growth chart
Mm-hmm.
is the best way to put it. Create like a growth chart. I feel like that will help me the most because it helps take that anticipation, that excitement, that overwhelming um feeling of trying to get to this one big thing and not knowing how to get there.
Okay. Okay.
I feel like you'll be
So,
like my GPS navigation to get to that last destination, just help navigate me and like, okay, well, no, you're doing too much. Come back. Like I said, I'm really big on, I have a really bad habit on jumping 20 steps ahead.
mm-hmm,
Like
mm-hmm.
I will skip all the intermediate small parts that I needed to do. I will skip all of those and go straight to the big picture. And that tends to backfire because I'm like, oh wait, now I'm overwhelmed. Now I'm stressed. Now I don't put my foot in my mouth. I done took too big of a piece out that I was able to bite. And now I gotta go back. And I feel like and then that's when that failure feeling comes in.
Okay. Okay. So we cover everything that we possibly could be looking for around helping you get the clarity and helping you get into a space where you can grow your business.
Right.
The next steps will be to just fund the session, the first session with a credit card or payment plan
Okay.
that you can do. Um, would you like me to share with you? Let me do this. So normally, like this session that I will do with you is $1,111.
Uh-huh.
Now I am because we are in the call right now, and I like to reward action because if we're going to be working together, that's gonna be the main thing that we need,
Right.
right? So I do a 50% off in the first call.
Okay.
So if you decide, to proceed, um, we can do a 50% off. How would you like to proceed from here?
I guess I would need to know what's all included in it before before I finish it. But I would
Mm,
probably have to do a payment plan. So I'm in the
okay.
process of moving right now. So just that money, I'm not sitting on it right now. So yeah.
Yeah. So when you say what everything that is included, may I know what do you mean by that?
So you said the first session is what you said 11. I think that's what you said basically.
1,111. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what in that first session is included? What is
It's
coming in that?
everything I just went over with right now.
Okay.
Like everything that is on that little
In this picture.
picture.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it will be your human design chart and how we can apply this energetic makeup that you have to grow your business.
Mm-hmm.
We will do your marketing and sales strategy,
Mm-hmm.
and we will also go into any subconscious patterns that are maybe holding you back from pricing higher ticket. And now I do have um something like it's like a bonus that I do
Mm-hmm.
with people, which is hooking you up with lead provider. So since we're doing this, I want you to actually start getting leads
Mm-hmm.
and without having to go without having to go to the events or having to post on Facebook all the
Right.
time and things like that. People who are ready to buy from you.
Right.
So I will, set up a meeting with them. It's a company that I partnership with,
Mm-hmm.
and you will, talk to them about that process. It's very affordable. They have like packages for like $200 to a month.
Okay.
So it's like super affordable for them to start giving you leads.
Right.
And then with that, once you have that and we have this, you can actually just start working it by yourself. Now, if you want to continue with me, we can talk about that because there's other things that we can do, but I don't want to overwhelm you. I want to do like the first thing, which
Right.
is actually getting your plan together, like going into your subconscious mind and aligning your way of working with growing your business. That's going to give you clarity.
Right.
After we have clarity, we can start implementing. But if we
Okay.
don't have clarity, we don't have cash.
Right. Exactly. Okay. And then so how would your payment plan work?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm sending you a link right there on
Yeah.
yeah. So you can just click on it, and on the top, oh wait,
Right.
that was the wrong link.
But says ask me to sign in.
Yeah, that's not a link. That's a link.
Okay.
Yes. So, you have a coupon on the top, or maybe you're on the phone is on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna put in the coupon cash. You're gonna write cash, so you get a 50% off.
Okay.
And then it's gonna ask you to check out, right? And then you have like the Klarna or the Affirm or the
Mm-hmm.
Afterpay, and you can go through any of those three. Have you done any type of payment plans with any of these people before?
Yeah, I've done Klarna before.
Okay. Have you paid them on time?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes. I think I'm in pretty good standing with Klarna right now, so I think we're good on that.
all right, perfect. So
I
let's
have to
go
see
through
what my
Klarna.
limit is. Yeah, I'll see what my limit is. I'm not sure what my limit is on that at the moment, but I will double check.
They applied the coupon already.
You said, did I apply it already?
Yes.
No.
Yes, we gotta do that first so it gets 50% off.
Okay. I don't see anywhere where it asks for a coupon code.
It's actually sometimes like kind of hidden. It's like very small. It says have a coupon. Like I don't know why they do that, but it's like at the bottom, like right before the picture, after complete purchase, after the bottom that says, and then it is like small letters that says have a coupon code.
Nope.
Okay, well,
It just has the two options for the payment.
yes, it's after that. Yes, it's after that. So
Okay.
after done this, after you see like the credit cards images,
Mm-hmm. It's not there.
it's right there. I promise.
I mean,
Uh,
I'm
let
looking
me
at it
show
right
you.
now. It's not on my screen. Oh wait, there
Let
it
me,
is. I see it. I see it. I see it.
okay,
I see it.
yes.
I got it.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So give me a moment because like I said, I'm in the process of moving right now.
Okay. Yeah.
So um maybe is this something that we could start in a couple weeks after I get settled?
Yeah. That's totally okay. We can definitely start in like the date that you would like to start, but the
Okay.
50% off is not gonna be available by that date.
Okay. Well, then I would probably have to do something else then. 'Cause like I said, I don't want to sign up for it right now because I don't want I don't want any payments to not go through right now. Because like I said, I'm in the process of moving, and
Okay.
I have to, and that's about $4,000 alone. So, I don't have any extra money, not that I'm sitting on, to just to start this right away or to get signed up to even sign up for it right now.
Yeah, so if you were to okay, so it's only besides the money. Besides
Hmm.
the money. Do you feel like this is actually gonna help you?
Yeah. I mean, I am. You're like I said, you're talking about the sound bath and everything. So yeah, it's something that I'm in the service that I am interested in that service and trying to real align my business with my energy and my chakras and just the astronomy. So I am interested in that. But I like I said, just right now, that's just the financial part is the challenging part right now.
Okay. Okay. So why do you feel like it will help you?
Like I said, it was brought to my attention when I started the massage therapy training. Um, we've talked about it briefly on how it can work. I know right now, and with me learning more about energy and sound bathing helps me relax. So if it's something that can help me relax, I can help you understand how it helps me and to see if it helps you. But like also learning how to properly introduce it into the business without people maybe being offensive, feeling offensive or not properly understand, maybe not marketing it correctly. That's the correct way to say it. Maybe not
Yeah.
marketing it correctly. Because I feel like certain things like this, you have to take, introduce these into your business with caution because some people may not receive it the way that you want to, that your intentions are the way you're trying to deliver it.
Mm-hmm.
So, you just got to be real careful with certain things, especially when it comes to energy and spirituality and, different things like that. So
Yeah.
everybody isn't as open minded. So learning how to properly market it without coming across, I don't know the word I'm looking for, But
Yeah.
yeah.
So Jenny, it's just curious, is it more important for you to do the sound healing, or is it more important for you to start making money?
Probably making money first.
Okay. Okay. I'm just asking that question because I do want to make sure that you understand what we're actually doing.
Yeah.
Because my intention with for me for you is that you actually start making more money. Like,
Okay.
right, as
Yes.
soon as possible.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No.
So,
And as they say, it takes money to make money. So I just need to. I just even if I have to pay the full price, I'm okay with that. I just need to get the money to do it first. So I would rather do that. But I have to, like I said, I have to get this home for me and my son first before I can take on another big expense right now. And this, even though it's not a lot of money, it's still a big expense. It's still a nice chunk of money, and I still have to. I don't want to start something that I can't see through or follow through with.
okay. Yeah. Has that happened to you before in the past?
Yes, yes.
Okay. What happened?
Like I said, just life. These last couple years have been rough, and I noticed that it's not just with me; it's with quite a few people. Like, just I've been hitting a lot of brick walls that are putting me financially behind, and I don't like it. And like, I get excited about something, and then I can't finish it because the funds aren't there. So I don't want to get excited about starting something, and then I can't finish it because I don't have the money to do it.
So, how much money do you are thinking that you're going to need to finish or complete this process?
I mean, whether I do the 50% off or I pay the full amount, I need both. I either need one of the two. So that's an expense right there. That like I
Mm.
said, I just don't have that extra
And
money right now.
besides that, is there other more expenses that you feel like it will be included in that after?
Well, getting ready to start my business back up, I have to get more product. A lot of my product has expired, as far as what I use. So a lot of that is expiring now. So I have to redo my inventory basically, as far
Mm-hmm.
as my product.
And
So
okay, and when you're thinking about redoing your inventory, how much are you thinking on, and what type of products are you thinking on that you have to restock?
I'm probably looking at about anywhere between $1,200 and $1,500 in product.
Mm-hmm. For like, what would the product be for?
You have the waxes, you have the facials. Um, let's see what else am I short on. My massage oils and lotions.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I usually make my own scrubs, but I'm probably gonna just go through a company and buy the scrubs for a minute
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
until I have the time to start making them again.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the I do body
Let's
wrap.
say you only do one thing. Let's say you only do the waxes. How
Hmm.
much you will need to restock the waxes, only the waxes?
Oh, the wax that's not hard to restock.
How much you will need?
Probably about 300 because I usually get like a 10 pound. I think it's a 15 pound bag of
Mm-hmm.
wax, and that lasts
Okay.
me for a while. But lately, I've
Okay.
been getting off of Amazon, and the wax that I get from Amazon is horrible. So I like to go back to my regular company and go back to the wax that I was getting before.
Okay. So the waxes is not hard.
Yeah.
So it will be more digestible for you and more possible for you to only do the waxing.
Mm, maybe
Maybe?
sometimes. Yeah. I mean, like I said, people still it's really hard to say because people will like if I'm doing waxing only, then somebody's gonna come and say, "Hey, I need a facial." And so I like I said, my waxes, my facials, and the massages, I get a nice flow of them both, and I don't want to have to take something away. To
Mm-hmm.
take other services away because those, even though they're there, I don't do them as much as I do waxing. Waxing is my number one service right now, but I
Mm-hmm.
still have people that come for facials and massages.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not saying that you have to take it away, forever. So, but it will be more digestible for you to be able to make more money right away, to only buy the wax and to have clarity.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
I'm asking you, do you feel like that's
Um,
more digestible for you?
I don't know. Like I said, if let me move and get all of my inventory, like the inventory that I have, and check the dates on those to see. Because if I have enough product for skincare to just say, okay, I can wait on this and just do the wax, I definitely need more wax. But if I can wait on purchasing more skincare products and I have some that are still in good standing, we can do that. But all of that stuff is like back packed up in storage right now. So
Hmm.
I need to still go through that and look at the dates on it because I don't have that logged or written down
Hmm.
as far
Hmm.
as when certain things are expiring. So I don't know what I have and what I don't have and what I need. So if I can go back and go through that, then yeah.
Okay. So what's the hesitant for you when it comes to concentrating on one thing?
I don't know. Honestly, I'm not sure. It's concentrate. I don't know. I've always had that issue.
Do you feel like if making money in concentrating on one thing will actually make you, how much do you feel like you can make with like maybe like 12 clients this week doing waxing?
Doing waxing, 12 clients. Let's see. I mean, that'd probably be my rent right there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, no, right about $800.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And let's say you can kind of rebook at least half of them, like six.
Mm-hmm. So then that would take me about 400, give or take 350, 400.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So is it what is it more costly for you to be losing in that money that you could be making now or to keep waiting to make that money?
I see where you're going. I see where you're going. No, I get it. I do. Like so,
No,
even if
this
I
is
went
a real
through,
question because a
yeah,
lot
I
of the
know.
time, yeah, a lot of the
Yeah,
time we're looking to what we were doing
yeah, because the like I
instead of
just
what
said,
we're
my
actually
thing is I'm
losing.
always seeing the bigger picture and what I can be doing and not focusing on what I could be doing like right now in
Yeah.
this moment. So yeah, I get your angle on where you're going with that 100%. I mean, I probably wouldn't lose any because I'm not like I said, I do I can do more waxes than I do facials and massages. And
Mm.
even with the massages, even I can go to the store and get a lightweight oil, some grapeseed oil or something, and use that as massage oil. So that's not the problem. Like I said, the biggest expense will be the facials and the skincare, which I could step back away from that for a minute to focus on one thing to at least get the clients in the door. I can do that.
Okay.
Yeah. But the money right now, I just don't have it right now. I gotta like I said, I am in the process of getting ready to move. So I can start the payment once all of that goes through, which will be at the beginning of the month because I move into my home on the first.
Okay. So what will be more digestible? I mean, what will be more digestible for you to like start today? Like if you were to give it a price, what would be your price?
Right now, I don't have anything to start with today. That's the thing. Like all the money that I'm holding right now is specifically for moving. I cannot touch that money at all.
Hmm.
That money is set aside specifically for moving. And anything else that I have that's extra, which I really don't have right now. So it's just like I need to take care of that first. Yeah.
Yeah. So like when you're saying extra, like do you have like $100 extra?
Today, no, I don't have that today.
Yeah.
So
How
yeah,
long you
like
been like this?
it's been a struggle for a minute. Like I said, this year has been very rough. I went through a car repossession 2 months ago. I was able to get my car back, but it's just the fact that I had to go through that. And um yeah, it's been a struggle.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, I mean, if you are 100% sure that you can't put nothing, because I would like for you to actually have the 50% off, right? But
Yeah.
like it's up because you could do like you could do that's why I'm asking. If you have something extra, I will hold the price for you. If you actually say I want to commit today,
Like
right?
I honestly could not even give you anything until I get paid this weekend on my payday.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I just literally have enough for gas to get me back and forth to work for the week
Mm-hmm.
until I get paid this weekend.
Okay. Okay. I understand, sometimes it's like that.
Yeah.
I believe that if you are a serious person, so and that you are really wanting this, so you're gonna do what it takes once you can.
Yeah.
I totally believe that. Yeah. So I also don't want you to feel bad about it either, okay?
No,
Like,
you're fine. Yeah.
okay.
No, hey, business is business, so I understand.
Okay. Yeah. So, do you have any other questions for me?
No, not at the moment.
Okay. Okay. So I'll just make a follow-up with you. When would you
Okay.
like me to like just touch base?
Okay. Yeah. You said when?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, Next Monday,
Okay. Yeah.
just a week from today.
Mm-hmm. May I know how you're feeling?
Yeah. Um, I don't know. Like I said, I have a lot going on. I have a really big load on my plate right now.
Yeah, I
So
can
like,
feel you. I can totally feel you. So,
yeah, like so I have like just a lot of stress. I'm stressed. I'm tired, anxious, overwhelmed, just a lot right now. So
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just want to hold space for you for a moment, okay?
okay, thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. Yeah, where do you feel it in your body?
Um, Anxiety and just stress.
Yeah.
So it's been hard.
Yeah. Do you believe there is any part of you that believes that can be easy?
I feel like eventually I will get there. It's just a matter of when and how I'm gonna get there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah. So there is a part of you that believes it.
yeah. It's just whatever lesson I'm supposed to be learning right now, I need to figure it out so I can move past
Yeah. I think, I know I can help you. Like,
it.
like that's I have, and that's why like I do what I do because I love it. Like what you do. Like you love what you do, right? I do what I do
Right,
because I love it. So I know I can help you. I know I can help you. I know we can make this happen. Like I'm like this is and you are such of my aligned client too. Like I love your energy. Like you are an ideal client for me. Like I know I can help you.
right,
Yeah. So, it's just up to you when you're ready.
right.
When it feels like it's, a good timing next Monday, we can circle back.
Okay,
Okay. And just put you in action in a way that creates more ease,
okay,
where there's not so much anxiety and
right.
stress and overwhelm. We can do that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, sounds good.
All right. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Yes, thank you.
Bye.